She can't feel drawn towards you when that is just coming off your chest towards her, even if you're not saying anything. So how do you change that vibe in the room to draw her to you? Today I want to present to you the two things that hands down turn women off, and how you as the man can turn that around. The first thing is when the man presents to her what I call the map. And the second thing is not being able to value within you that thing that she's freely doing. Let me tell you a story. A story about a man who had been working 80-hour weeks, was busting his ass, and had been doing this week after week after week. And one day he came home and his wife was sitting on the couch and she was crying. And he asked her, "What's wrong?" And she said, "I feel so alone." What did that man do in that moment? He presented her with the map. And the map sounds like this. Well, if you would just blah, 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 and then you wouldn't feel blah, 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 and you could actually feel like blah, 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 blah. It's logical data, analyzing the situation and coming up with solutions so that that moment of not liking that she's feeling these painful feelings can be eradicated by your formula. The man then went on to assume that if she's lonely and crying, that is a direct jab at the amount of hours he's been working and all the sacrificing he was doing for her. He got defensive and gave her a whole list of reasons why she shouldn't feel how she does, because she should be happy that she has such a good providing husband and somebody that's really looking out for the family like this. Every time she said something like, "You don't have my back and I don't feel heard," he had a direct reason to contradict why that feeling shouldn't exist in her, to try to set her straight onto the map of where she should be with her feelings. Now, this comes off to the woman like you're trying to fix her. The man means well. He genuinely doesn't like to see her in pain, and he wants her to come out of pain. That's why he's giving her the map. But that's not what it feels like for the woman. What a woman will say, if you've been that man that's been presenting the map, she'll say things like, "I don't feel seen. I don't feel heard. I don't feel understood. I don't feel like you have my back. I can't trust you." When you're hearing that kind of stuff come from your wife, maybe it's because you've been presenting the map. For information on exactly what to do instead of giving her the map, check out my other video titled "The Manly Art of Emotionally Connecting with an Upset Woman." That story I told you about the man that came home from work, that man was me. And the second thing that turns women off is when you are not valuing what makes you valuable. Why is that a turnoff? Because it feels like pressure on her to need to change to a version that you're okay with. Our partners reveal to us the parts of ourselves that we need to grow in. Let's imagine you're that man who does not like to stay in your bathrobe all day. As soon as you get up, your clothes are on, your boots are on, you're ready for the day. But let's say she's that woman that stays in her bathrobe all day, and it's pissing you off. When you're standing there and she's in her bathrobe and you're not liking it, that vibe is what you're bringing to the room, and that's what she feels. She can't feel drawn towards you when that is just coming off your chest towards her, even if you're not saying anything. So how do you change that vibe in the room to draw her to you? You change your mindset about it. You tell yourself she's doing the best she can. And just keep repeating that. She's doing the best she can. She's doing the best she can. And truly believe she's doing the best she can. It doesn't matter if it's how she loaded the dishwasher that pissed you off, the fact that she went out late, or that maybe she doesn't wear makeup on the weekends. Whatever your thing is, be thankful. Have the mindset of, I am thankful that I am with a partner that shows me where I need to grow. Let that thankfulness and that belief that she's doing the best she can be the vibes coming off you. That changes everything. We're talking about creating attraction now and how you have control of that with how you're thinking about her in that moment. You see, you're not being pissed off because she's wearing a bathrobe. You're pissed off because you wouldn't feel like you are a man that aligns with your values if you were that way. Now, when external things like that are triggering us, it's time to look at what we value and rewire our brains to not see what we're doing and the job we have and the things we're able to be productive in as being what makes us valuable. Our behaviors are what makes us valuable. When we are empathetic, when we are listeners, when we're committed, when we're consistent, those behaviors is what makes you a valuable man. You might be struggling to see her in the same valuable light when she's just in her bathrobe all day. She is mirroring to you where you need to loosen up and enjoy life a little bit more and give yourself permission to still see that you have value, even if you are in a bathrobe all day. Growth opportunities are right and left in a relationship because they're always mirroring to us that shadow part of us that we've been shoving in the closet, and it's down there festering. So it's a pretty hot button when it comes up, and it can be a point of argument. And really, it has nothing to do with her. I've met men that had hardworking wives that just were killing it in the workforce, super organized, and ran that home like a machine. And that's his biggest complaint. And then I've met men where the woman stays in bed all day and just lounges around the house, loves not doing anything. That's his complaint. You see, the woman's behavior is not the problem. Removing your expectations and your pressure off her is what allows her to grow in that direction that you're wanting. Or not. Sometimes she does not grow that way because that's just not who she wants to be, or maybe she has her own issues. The benefit is, regardless of her choice, you are still a happy man. And trust me, the only time a woman does grow in the direction you want is when there is no pressure. She can wear the bathrobe or not. Your happiness doesn't depend on it. You are the string to her kite. You are the rudder to the relationship. You have the ability to lead and navigate where this is going. You are not at the mercy of it like it may feel. I have a question I would like to pose to you. How long are you going to wait to start receiving the benefits of having a man in your corner to show you exactly how to do this stuff? Are you going to wait a day, a week, a couple months, some years? Every man that has finally made the choice to start allowing these benefits to come to him has the same response. Why didn't I do this sooner? And that's my testimony too. Why didn't I start this work sooner? Why didn't I get a man in my corner to mentor me on these things that he has experience in so that I can fast forward my pace? I would love to have that conversation with you. Visit GarrettPrettymanCoaching.com and let's talk.